Good afternoon. This is the black man who reads aloud, continuing my journey on to the Federal Writers Project's The Recollections of Our Enslaved Ancestors. Today I'm visiting in the South Carolina slave narratives and I'm reading the recollections of Uncle Welcome Bees from South Carolina, Merrill's Inlet, South Carolina, as a matter of fact, Georgetown County. Enjoy. The road is perfectly camouflaged from King's Highway with wild plums that lap overhead. Only those who have traveled this way before could locate the turn into Uncle Welcome's house. When you have turned in and come suddenly out of the plum thicket, you find your road winding along with cultivated patches on the left, corns and peas, a fenced-in garden, the palings riven out by hand, in a thick, dark woods on the left, a lonesome, untenanted, untenanted cabin is seemingly in the way, but your car swings to the left instead of climbing the doorstep, and suddenly you find yourself facing a bog. The car may get through, it may not, so you switch off and just sit a minute, seeing how the land lies. A great singing and chopping of wood off to the left have kept the inmates from hearing the approach of a car. When you rap, therefore, you hear, "Come in." A narrow hall runs through to the back porch, and off this hall on your right opens a door from beyond which comes a very musical squeaking. You know a rocking chair is going hard even before you see it in motion, a fuzzy little head that rests on someone's shoulder sticking over the top. And the fuzzy head, which is else is like a small 5 cent coconut, belongs to Uncle Welcome's great grand. On seeing a visitor, the mother of the infant, rises and smiles, greeting and learning your errand, points back to the kitchen to show you where Uncle Welcome sits. You step down one step and you ask Uncle Welcome if you may come in, and he pats a chair by his side. The old man, Uncle Welcome, isn't so spry as he was when you visited him earlier in the fall, because winter has been hard on Uncle Welcome. But here it is warm again, and at most 4 in the afternoon, he sits over a plate of hopping john, he and the innumerable flies. At his feet, fairly under the front of small on stove, sits another great grand with a plate of peas between her legs. Peas and rice, hopping john, someone says peas and hominy grits together makes limping Lizzie in the low country, but that is another story. Uncle Welcome, isn't Uncle James Stewart the oldest liver on Sandy Island? Well, James Stewart, I was a married man when he was born. James Ricefield, worker in the rice field, posed himself in all kinds of weather, cut you down, 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 down. James' second wife, Carol, been married before, but her husband dead. I couldn't tell you the date or time I was born. Your Musa take it down. When I been married, Dr. Ward father ain't been married yet. My mother had 12 head born in Oakland. He brought my mother from Virginia. Dolly, Sam, he husband name. Sam come from the same course. When my mother been brought, he been a young woman working rice. Flow right now, meaning April is the time to plow rice fields. I do carpenter work and mine horse for plantation. Come from Georgetown in boat. Have you owned carriage? Go anywhere you want to go? Oakland Church built for colored people in Pocaraca. I helped build that church. The 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 boss man, Mr. Bettman, my son Isaac, 69. If him 69, I'm 104. That's my record. Musa don't allow you to marry till you're 22. Ben Austin on Turkey Hill, when him dead, I was 12 years old. Me knocking on his chest. Welcome bees. Parkersville, South Carolina, near Waverly Mills, South Carolina, age 104. That's a short recollection of that comes from Uncle Welcome Bees telling his interviewer that he in fact remembers being 104 years old.